What's going on, everybody? We are now live. DFS Sweatshop and the YouTube public. Wait for a few people to get in here. Let's see here. We got some good info here. All right. Do something. Let's see here. Oops. Yikes. My ugly eyes. All right. Just give me 1 second. Bring up these YouTube comments. Hope everyone's having a solid first couple days. Gotta give a shout out to Seth real quick for pointing out Ches Reavy as a good option. Diving in some more research, I decided playing my main lineup with Stuart Sink, and obviously that's doing very good. My second main lineup, what I've decided to do, I find this, what I've decided to do is just 300 max, make 3 lineups each week. Right now I've got 2 that should finish in the money. I'm looking pretty good. What's going on, Trent? Good to see you, man. First one in there. What's going on, buddy? Let me pull out the live chat real quick. I don't plan to go too long today. My younger brother's graduating from high school tomorrow morning, and I got to be there real early. Hey, good to see you cashing, man. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm cashing pretty well. I got a couple $100 down, and I'm looking at about $1,000 right now. So it's always good. So I'm going to discuss. I know there's not going to be anyone really in here. Might just be 2 or 3 people, maybe 4 or 5 people, whatever. But that's perfectly fine. It's kind of a way to just help myself and whoever else. So real quick, there's kind of 2 ways you can go about this weekend slate for the people that are kind of new to the weekend slate, or for the people that um, uh, that are even lengthy participants with the slate, veterans, I should say. Hey, Jordan, I feel you, man. Luckily, I'm doing good this weekend, so I might just be throwing money away. I do want to save some for the UFC, so we'll see. But anyway, there's 2 kind of ways to approach it game theory wise. One, which seems to be the most common with the sharps nowadays, and or where did my internet go? All of a sudden, it disappeared. There we go. And that's taking guys in the mid range, like guys. Why isn't it? Guys down in here, in this like mid -4, -3 range, like inside the T20 to T40 range. Guys that can make major swings, like Kyle Stanley did today at -4, and like Adam Scott did today with a -6, and JB Holmes did as well with a -6. Guys that can make major birdie swings. Brett Druitt, -5. Bobby Gates -4. Joel Dahman -4. Guys like that. Obviously, there's not a good chance that they do it 2 days in a row. I mean, guys of that caliber. I will give you guys a sneak peek that Seth did give me some of his picks, as he won't be live. It's just me. So if you're waiting to hear Seth talk, he won't be online. It's just me today. So that's why it's going to be pretty quick. I'm only going to be making 1 lineup, as I am saving some money for UFC. And I will tell you guys this right now. With my luck, he will fail, but I will tell you this. He'll probably be the highest owned guy on the weekend slate. But I will be running Phil Mickelson in my lineup. He's sitting in like the perfect spot right now at like -4, -5. I can't remember. There he is, -4 right here. I could see him finishing probably on the weekend, probably 10 under, um, maybe even better. Very consistent golfer Phil is, so I really like him. Um, let's get to some names. I'll bring this up for everybody. I'm only sharing this browser, so sorry. Let me. Sorry, guys. Look at my ugly ass for a second. All right, I got this note screen right here for you guys. This right here are the picks I had made before. I was gonna do any live stream or any chop up or whatever, and these are the picks that Seth sent to me in Facebook Messenger that he likes. So, um, right now, uh, you can see some of the ones that we agree on: Adam Scott, Brooks Koepka, Molinari, of course, Daniel Berger. Um, Ian Poulter you can put in there. Not a bad play. I didn't go that low because as Seth did also mention to me, there is another cut for everyone in here. There is another cut tomorrow, the MDF cut. Um, so they have to get it down to exactly 70 or 60. I can't remember because it's 70 and ties make the cut. And then after that third day, they cut the field to exactly 70 or 60. I can't exactly recall, but Seth said 17 people are being cut after tomorrow. So you don't want anyone to make huge swings downward, and you don't want to take guys right there on the cusp. So if I were you guys, obviously some of these guys sitting down here at -1 understand, or even I should say, is the cut was lower to +1 now, I think, uh, or +2 actually, I think it is. But guys here on the cusp know that they can be cut. They know they're professional golfers, so they know about the rules. Not like these guys don't know the rule. So you'll see a lot of these guys golfing really, really hard out there. So it's like a win lose type situation. Like it's risky taking guys like this because if they go under, or I mean go over par, like like these guys right here. Scott Stalling shot 3 over today. Peter Euland 3 over today. If these guys do that again, they're gonna MDF, and they're not even gonna golf for you on Sunday. But if these guys shoot 2 under, because these guys will probably be pretty low owned, of course, and I don't suggest taking them, and that's why none of them, even Danny Lee, who's like one of the chalkiest golfers on the entire slate, isn't even on my list. Neither with Seth. It's because guys right here are very risky. You're gonna have to find that one guy that kills it. It won't be Zach Blair again. I highly doubt it. Um, Ben Martin's on R8 play, I think. But let's get into some actual stats instead of just throwing out names here. Let me read some comments here. We only got 2 people in here, so it's not it's not it's just I think it's just gonna be us, Jordan and Trent. But no big deal there, guys. It's all good. I'm chopping it up myself here. Let me just find these comments here. I lost it. Shit. All right, there we go. Trent, what do you mean you got screwed on this weekend slate, man? The weekend slate hasn't started yet. But I appreciate you guys joining me, man. We're gonna get this sweet. I don't want to hold it too long since there's not really too much to get to. But a good way to find. Oh, well, sorry. The second way, I know I was getting to a point and didn't finish it. So the first way to attack the weekend slate is by doing what I said a little bit earlier, just there before going on a tangent, just attacking that mid to low range guys that can make that huge swing in the -6 in a day, hit 2 birdie streaks in a round type shit. And then there's the other way to attack it, which are guys. The sharps don't really do it too much, but it honestly depends on the tournament and the golfer on if it works or not. Not so much on the sharpness of the DFS player. Um, and that's taking the guys in the lead, or not in the lead, but in the position to take the lead. Guys like right there. So, for example, we would be looking at guys like Reevy, Stuart Sink, Schwartzel, um, Phil Mickelson. Even I'd start at like -4 and go up from there. Ben Crane. I probably wouldn't be too heavy on Ben Crane personally. Um, Guys like Matt Jones, who I kind of like. He has very good course history here. 2 years here, all top 30s. Um, And here, I should have brought this up earlier, you guys. Real quick, Vegas odds will tell you. Sorry, I got really itchy ear here. Damn, Cameron Maben just got his 4th steal of the day. Oh man, I thought Malik Smith for me was killing it with 3, but and a dinger. But anyway, you want to use Vegas odds to. I lost a shit ton of money. I got $25. But you want to check Vegas odds to see guys like if they're tied. For example, right now they're all tied for 9 under. There's 3 guys tied for 9 under, but I think Schwartzel's in the lead at like plus. Shit, my bad. At plus 275, and guys like Minoz, who is also 9 under, is like plus 2,000. So that just shows that Vegas doesn't trust him to stay alive. See, there it is. Plus 1,800. Ches Reavie at plus 800. So Charles Schwartzel's the favorite. You can see like Adam Scott, who's like -5 right now, is favored better than a guy at -9. So Adam Scott, Phil Mickelson are good plays for me. I like them. Kevin Chappell as well. You're gonna see all 3 of them in my lineups. You will see some Reavie as well. I'm a big fan on Reavie. And so if you're playing, if you guys are both playing the, oh yeah, I'm not winning that well in baseball. Honestly, I'm not that good at baseball. My ROI in baseball is real shitty. It's just that's where the money is, and I don't know, man. But anyway, like if we go by sport here, MLB, I'm getting shafted. Like I'm winning the Millie Maker in 1 out of 5 lineups. I don't know. Anyway, and then golf, that's where I'm doing pretty good. Club Pro Satellite, I'm in 1st out of 24, but I didn't have 6 out of 6. I only had 5 out of 6. Bo Weekly didn't make the cut for me. But anyway, okay, guys. So, I'm also playing a little MLS. If you guys want to chop up some MLS, I just made some bullshit lineup. Hopefully that shit goes. In these lineups here for weekenders, this is not my official lineup. This was just to play kids before like the weekend slate was even announced. This looks like a decent lineup, actually, but I'm not gonna play them. So, real quick, guys. These would probably be 3 of my like. Where is he? Like these 3, like to me, this is a great lineup starter. Like as some people would like to call it, a core. Because you already know guys like Ches Reavie are all the way down here. Because these weekend lineups were made before, just to save time, because it's only a couple of us. Actually, 7,700. They got them kind of priced up there. 71, 77. Huh? They're really gonna let you do this? Oh nope, 7,000. Never mind. I was gonna say you could take Ben Crane too. Oh man. So yeah, guys. I was just fooling around there. So all right, let's keep it to the stats. So this is what I'm looking for when I'm looking for guys to play. If you guys have fantasy labs, which if you don't, it's all right. You can still get this information on the internet. If you just search course scores for the St. Jude Invitational, and for me, I just weigh them because I have the ability to weigh them with different stats. Luckily, but I have my course adjusted around score at 50 points. Course green and regulation score 25, and course uh, putts per putts per round score. It's an adjusted stat though, so that's why I said adjusted. It's not literally how many putts they make; it's like a percentage stat. So yeah, those are the only 3 stats that I do for the weekend, and this is the only course I'm really doing it for specifically, because so far, really, guys that are course horses have been doing well, minus the guys that had poor form going into it. So like Bo Weekly wasn't doing well recently, hasn't missed a cut like in 6 years at this event. Missed it this year because his form wasn't too good. Um, can't see your page if you didn't know. Oh, probably looking at something else. My bad. I was screen sharing probably the wrong thing, and I exited out, and it's still I don't know what's going on. But now you can see my model. So good stuff there. My bad, guys. So these are different prices. This is not a weekend model. Fantasy Labs does not offer weekend packages yet. These are salaries from the main slate. Obviously, they're a lot different and congested for weekend golfing. But guys like Phil, I'm gonna make a quick player pool, real quick. I haven't decided. You can see the $105 I had in my DK account. I haven't decided how I'm going to um, use that money yet. If I'm going to use some in UFC, how much, so and so. I'm watching some UFC podcasts actually here right now for the card tomorrow night. As I won't have any time tomorrow. It's my little brother's graduations tomorrow. Uh, Justin Turner to run dinger. Okay, so um, let's get into it. So based off of these stats here, I really like guys obviously like Phil. Daniel Berger's good. No Steven Alker for me. I mean, you can look at his stats. He doesn't look that good. He's at -1 right now, so not great, not terrible. Could drop into that MDF range if he shoots over par, which is obviously possible. I do like Brooks, of course. Brett Stegmeyer, I don't even think made the cut. Kevin Chappell, uh, Harris English, very, very sneaky play in my opinion. He wasn't -5. Let me just make sure. Oh, he dropped all the way to -1. So very interesting actually because Harris English was killing it. Let me show you guys something real quick. Um, where is he at? Yes, he shot a 67. So he was 6 under uh to start the tournament. I think he was tied second at the end of Thursday. So he can put up good numbers. He's going to be very low owned in this, I believe. I do think he also got a birdie streak. Let me check round 1 here. All right, no birdie streak through the front 9. Let me check the back 9 here. Yeah, no birdie streak or bogey free bonus, but still an interesting play. Not someone I'd feel confident about, so I'm not going to put him in my list. Um, so let's keep it going there. No Goosen either. I just don't feel comfortable. And these are all low end guys that could be the make or break guys. Like you can look at him, you can see the 12th from last year. Like he only shows up at this course. The dude's actually decent. Like right now he's like -4. -6 actually right now. Uh, had a birdie streak this round, which is good to see. Had a birdie streak last round as well. So that if he has a birdie streak 2 rounds in a row, that's a decent play. I'm just worried that there's always blow up potential with guys like that. So I won't be playing any of them. As I said, I'm only running one lineup. I will tell you guys this: if you do decide to run more than one lineup in um, this weekend event, I would definitely go off names because there's going to be a lot of chalk. Phil Mickelson will probably cross 50%. I would not be surprised. I mean, there's definitely chalkier names this week than other weeks in weekend golf. So guys like Goosen and you're gonna see sharper. You're gonna see the sharp guys. You're gonna look at the sharper players lineups in the bigger tournaments, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Why would these guys take them?" Like they'll take this complete chalk lineup, and then down at number 6, it's a guy like Goosen or Harris English or guys like Manuz, just guys that aren't really there. But Yeah, Jordan, exactly. And if no one can see the comments and they're just watching the video, a buddy of the sweatshop posted, just doing one line two, saving some for next week, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Um, I always want to have the chance to win big bucks, but this week I'm only going to put a little down. Jackie Bradley Jr. 2-run dinger. Damn, man, I took bets and Benintendi, but and Moreland, but no Bradley. I don't think. But anyway, yeah. So I highly suggest doing the same. I'm making one lineup, maybe two with a hedge. If I take all the guys at the top, like as you guys saw, I was winning some decent money on DK right now, so I got those lines with Sink and Reeve. So as a hedge, I might take guys like I do have one line with Schwartzel as well. That's helping me win by 100 or 150. Um, so I might take another one for the weekend with Schwartzel and Crane, just guys that are not in my main lineups. I pretty much have all the birdies at the top one, unless it's guys like fucking who knows, like I got like the top 8 guys covered. So just a little hedge, I guess. But other than that, I'm really just going to be running a few guys, and I'm gonna give you guys like about a 10-person player pool that I really like. I already showed you guys who Seth likes, and those off-brand names that he likes. I'm gonna let him recommend those. For me, I can't really do that. As you can see, all of the names I got here are kind of well known. And granted, all mine are not off the boat. Mine are all going to be chalkier. All are going to be 10% owned. Only guy that might not be is JB Holmes. And I actually won't be playing him personally. So I'm just recommending him because I think he can be a solid play. He shot a 6 under today. Granted, he's the type of guy to go out there and shoot 5 over tomorrow, but Stanley showed us a lot today. I'm glad he got under par and showed us a birdie streak. So all these guys I really like. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's about 11. I'll throw in a couple more. Sung Yul No, I think is sneaky. He's not gonna contend, but he's sitting right there at like even or +1, maybe even 1 under. I can't remember, but I think he's a solid play. Um, yeah, and I'm gonna throw out a couple more, and then probably make a lineup or so for some prices. And let's see, that's actually pretty much it. Chad Campbell's all right. Yeah, I'm just worried that he's kind of shown us his best. He's hasn't been bogeying too much and staying under par, and I think he might have a couple of double bogeys coming. But I've got him in some of my main lineups. Willie Wilcox as well has been doing fairly well. I got him in a couple main. Well, I got him in a main lineup as well. Um, I think he can be a sneaky weekend player, a sneaky birdie streak option. And that's about it, guys. I'm gonna end it with those plays right there. If you guys ever want to research guys to try to find without subscriptions or stuff like that, for weekend golf, I suggest going to the PGA Tour website, looking at the standings, looking at round scores. And if you have labs, there's also, I think this is all free until building a lineups or something. Maybe not. I can't recall. There's certain free things with labs, but they let you access models for free. Um, I doubted those. That's probably what I'm paying for. But you want to look specifically at course scores because on the weekend, those last 2 days, they're already adjusted. The guy's brain is already mentally adjusted to the course after being there for 36 holes. So you can pretty much just focus on the specific course stats. Um, and that's what I'm doing. And that's what's worked well for me in weekend golf. So I'm going to keep doing that this week. And to be honest with you guys, I think my core of golfers will be Phil Scott and Chappell. Might go Stanley instead because Stanley is just at that range where he can make like he can shoot 6 under tomorrow and still like be out of the lead, and then Sunday can shoot a few under. Like Stanley has the most upside. He has more upside than Chappell, but Chappell has better odds to win, and I feel like that could actually give him more upside just because he has less chance to pack it in. But we'll see. Yeah, that's what I got, guys. So I don't want to go too long here. I'm just don't want to ramble on. Best of luck to everybody. If we do want to talk some UFC for a quick second, We can talk any sport. So in any sport, real quick, I do want to point this out, that there are milli makers for almost every single sport. There is even one for soccer. I haven't joined it yet because it's two sharks in there, and but there's milli makers for almost every sport. Um, there's some for UFC. So if you guys aren't strongest in baseball or aren't strongest in NASCAR or any sport, they got one for every sport. You can join a milli maker without playing golf, honestly, or baseball or whatever. So since we got MMA event tomorrow, and I did real well last week, we'll talk a little MMA just for 10:31. We'll go to about 10:35 here. So um, there's a couple of satellites here. So it's just so first off, this is going on in New Zealand. Uh, Full UFC card. Mark Hunt in the main event going up against Derek Lewis. Um, and UFC odds are some of the most important factors to look at. Other than tape, actual fighting tape, like video of the fighter, odds are probably the most important, as Vegas always knows something that the consumer, the average consumer like me and you, I doubt any sharps or any well known people are watching this in the like gambling industry or in the casinos or anything like that. So um I really trust odds here. There are two things though that I do need to mention. I've been following these odds all week as I really would like to make a killing on this card, and I think the general public are the people that kind of play UFC. There's a small percentage that are UFC sharks, like BB Bomb, Gravy Cakes, Sun Tzu, H3 Buddha, just guys like on Roto Grinders and Daily Fantasy MMA YouTube channel, just guys like that give very good content that the rest of the public doesn't really pick up or use. And these Vegas odds, for example, this girl right here, I don't know how many people are here for UFC at this point, but just for you guys real quick, this girl Chan Mi Joan, this is a free card by the way, so for everyone in the sweatshop still here, uh, we got this girl right here, Sean Mijon, and good shit, Trent and Jordan. I appreciate you guys supporting the MMA shit. Real quick, Sean Mijon is at plus 150. She was at plus 190. So some money's coming in on her recently in the last like 12 hours. She's only 19 years old. She's from China, no, South Korea. Sorry, I don't want to sound racist, but she's from South Korea. JJ Aldrich is an American. She's a normal age, about like 25, maybe. I actually don't know how old she is, but she was at minus 230. I've got a parlay bet, actually not on this fight, but I got a parlay on Dong Hyun Kim here at minus 150. He's now minus 135. He was down to minus 105 earlier yesterday or so. This guy right here, TB Gotti right here, he's lost 3 fights in a row. But the rule in the UFC is if you take a fight on on a short term on short notice, I mean, wow. On notice, they give you another fight as like compensation afterwards. Like even if you lose, the UFC is going to give you another fight. So this guy, because usually the rule is if you lose 3, the UFC releases you and you're never seen again, unless you really prove yourself on another circuit. So this guy lost 3 in a row, but since his third loss was a short notice fight, they're giving him another one, which is this guy right here, Dong Hyun Kim. And there is another fighter named Dong Hyun Kim, and this is not that one. This is the flyweight division, I believe. And the Dong Hyun Kim, that's a legend that's been around for a while, I think, is in like the welterweight or the lightweight division. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to look at I'm just going to give a little brief synopsis of the fighters real quick of what I know. Julian Rodriguez in the sweatshop. So everyone in here is in the sweatshop, I believe. But if you are not in the sweatshop, the DFSsweatshop.com, we have people for each sport. I'm the golf guy, or I'm one of the golf guys, along with my buddy Seth Rudnick, who couldn't make it right now. He's with the family, and of course, family comes first. like tomorrow morning, I'm gonna be over there with my brother for his graduation, so it's just all about timing. But uh, yeah, so we got guys for everything. I'm just going over a little UFC here, because I'm about to do it myself, and if anyone wants a little extra, hey man, why not? So Zach Otto minus 350. I don't know too much about these guys. I do know that Kichi Kunamoto is coming off. Ooh, Maldonado 2-run dinger. Uh, Kunamoto is coming off like a 3-year hiatus. Hasn't fought in 3 years. He's like 36 years old. The line just keeps getting better and better for Otto. Well, worse and worse from a betting perspective if you want to make money. Better and better from a DraftKings perspective, as a rostering perspective. This started, I think, opened at like 210 for Otto, I believe it is. So a lot of money going to Otto here. And the official weigh-ins have already happened as well. So I really like to. I don't know if it's going to show me if I go to YouTube as I'm streaming on YouTube. I think it'll still show it. But I will check the comments real quick, guys, here in a second. Let me just get to. So there are the highlights. But here's the official weigh-ins. As you can see, I kind of watched already a good bit of it. Pretty much watched the whole thing of all the 12 fights. No one looked gassed or like deprived from a weight cut. Everyone looked all right. I will say that this Chan Mijon girl that we mentioned, guys, that won at 19 years old, she missed weight. She weighed 118 pounds. What's going on, Tim? Good to see you, man. Sorry, Tim, if you just joined in, I covered a little bit of the golf earlier. We're just talking a little bit of MMA right now for the UFC Fight Night since it's on free TV. I thought I'd talk a little bit about it. And maybe I'll try to get Julian, man. Maybe I'll try to get Julian to do a live stream with me tomorrow, and then we'll try to chop it up for MMA and see what we're doing there, because that'd be real dope. So anyway, not to go all out here because I didn't want to go too long, but if you, Tim, real quick, if you just got in, let me show you my notes here on some golf picks. I did get some from Seth because Seth's not here. I don't think this is actually showing it to you, so let me show you. Let me bring this up. Let me just share my whole screen. Sorry, you're gonna see my ugly ass here for a second. Let me share my whole screen. That's the YouTube chat. Hold on one second. My fault, guys. All right. So, Tim, real quick, these are the picks I make up here. And I told the group real quick. There's only a few of us in here, but I told them that I'm only playing one lineup to conserve money for the U.S. Open. But I'm gonna run Mickelson, Chappell, and who was it? I'm blanking right now. Oh, and Scott, Adam Scott. Those three. Or I was gonna run Stanley instead of Chappell. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It's gonna kind of just depend on construction, even though they're the same price. It depends on upside for me. Yeah, Jordan, yeah, Adam Scott. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this down here is the list that sent me in Facebook Messenger. Adam Scott, Brooks Koepka, who we both agree on, along with Molinari and Berger, of course. Interesting names: Joel Dahman, Bobby Gates. If you're trying to get that 1% ownership, those and Trey Mullinax as well. Trey Mullinax used to be a Web.com guy. Still is actually, I believe. He makes occasional appearances on the PGA events. I think Brooks Koepka is definitely in consideration for Eagles, as well as Ches Reavie, who got one today. But yeah, let me hop back to that MMA real quick. And if you guys want to chop it up in the same thread, the golf thread that where we already have for like the normal event that Seth created, we can just chop up some weekend golf in there if you guys have any other questions or want to chop it up anything in there. So real quick, back to the rest of this card here. Well, first, I will tell you guys, this is what I do every single time when I do my UFC research. I watch the official weigh-in. I look to see if any guys look sluggish or real thin or just out of it, not really invested. And that wasn't the case for any of the fighters. Everyone looked all right. As I mentioned, the Chen Mijon girl, 19 years old, did come in overweight. by a few pounds. She looks very small. I think JJ Aldrich is a solid play. At first, I wasn't going to play her. I was going to fade the fight because I don't really like to target women fights or women fights in the UFC, as they're not really high scoring unless Joanna champions in there. And that's only because she just swings and swings and swings. So, yes, other than that, guys, I do use um, daily fantasy MMA. A bunch of these guys right here. I need to watch this stream. You're gonna see me watch this very soon. Guys like Sun Tzu, Gravy Cakes, BB Bomb, very solid guys. This is their channel right here. A couple of them are on Roto Grinders as well. I also do watch the Roto Grinders MMA show that they do each week. This is the one they did for this show, and I actually definitely watch them. I generally I am an MMA fan, but I'm not an MMA fan to the point of these guys. So cards like this that are like literally shit, like cards that are bad, um, you're gonna need to rely on people that actually know their shit and watch film for fun and even for their job. They get paid for it, so they're watching it for fun. It's like a win-win situation for these guys. They love doing it, so I'm gonna kind of piggyback off them. And the I will say this, guys. I don't know how many people actually want to see this, but oh yeah, Jordan. Let's talk. That's what I was gonna say. So I was gonna say a couple of locks. I don't know how people want to trust me with locks, but I will say this. From watching the weigh-ins, uh, in my opinion, um, locks for me are Volkanovski. He's from he doesn't look like it. He looks like he's Russian or something like that. But Alex Volkanovski here is actually from New Zealand. Or he considers Australia his home, or I can't remember what it is, but he's he represents the area, and he got a very nice cheer, and he's a minus 500. He opened at like minus 210 or minus 270 or something. I actually have a parlay on him at minus 275. I'm going to show you guys. I lost a shit ton of money on the Orioles last night, like $100. So my hold on, actually, it should be my open bets, not my bet history here. So um, these are my golf bets right there. But here, yeah. So I got Hun Kim at 150, Damian Brown at 120, and Volkanovski there at minus 275. So you can see he's jumped dramatically. And just real quick, if you guys want to see my golf bets, um, Blaine Barber missed a cut, Varner missed a cut. There's Berger, Chappell, of course. Kaufman missed a cut, Pearson missed a cut, Scott Brown shit in the bed. Danny Lee doing all right, Stanley picking it up, and then these bets are all fucked. Uh, yeah, so back to the business here. So guys that I think can get upset, Moraga. I don't think he can get upset necessarily. Like I don't, not blown out of the water. He possibly could lose a decision, but he also could go out there and steamroll. He's just overpriced. He hasn't fought in like a year and a half. He is still an 11th ranked fighter, so he's like one of the only ranked fighters like on the card. I'm trying to scroll down. I don't know why it's not working, but he's one of the only ranked fighters on the card. Um, no, what was I saying? He hasn't fought in a year and a half. He fought right there. Um, one second. Let me fix this screen sharing real quick. One second, guys. My bad here. You see my ugly ass here for a second again. Sorry, guys. Shit. Oh, boys. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, sorry. My ugly ass. All right, so Moraga hasn't fought. I don't know why I said a year and a half, but it's only been 4 or 5 months. 3 losses in a row, though. Another one of those guys, all by decisions. Hasn't scored more than 25 points. But if you look at the guys he's fought, Pettis, stud, Benvenidez, I think it is or Benvenidez, yeah, whatever. Very name fighters. These are well-known guys. The average person knows who Pettis is. So Zach Otto, I don't think he'll lose. The only way he'll lose, he's like 0-1 or 1-1. Yeah, 1-1 in the UFC. People talk to him up because he beat Josh Berkman, who's a UFC vet in his first fight. Sorry about that, guys. That was probably real loud in your ear there. My apologies. Um, a guy I think that can lose is Tim Elliott. He's going to be very high owned, DFS darling here. 8,700. He saved my day when I played him last time he fought. Got me 176 points, the highest ever in a decision, 12 takedowns. But I'll put it this way. I'm going to make it short and sweet before I get off here. I don't want to go too long, and I'm already getting late. I got to go to bed because I got to be up by fucking 6 in the morning. And I got to make my weekend lineup first. So this is what I do every single fight, for every single fight. I look at the props. I look at the inside the distance props. I don't know why there isn't a prop for this. That's very weird. I don't know why there isn't a prop for Goatee and Young and Kim. Maybe that fight's about to be called off or something. I'm not too sure. But they don't have distance props up for any. What the fuck? That's very interesting. So, well, see, this fight could looks like it's not going to go the distance there. But I like to target fights where it's pretty much guaranteed knockout. And if I'm making 3 or 4 lineups, I always make one hedge lineup, and then I make 2 or 3 goat lineups, like where I just take my best fighters, and then I just kind of take those 2 or 3 mid range guys that were around in the next 2 lineups, like those where I'm making those decisions where I'm like, all right, do I take this fighter or this fighter 7,600, 7,700? Like I'll just switch off in the second lineup, like literally run the exact same lineup, but just switch one of the fighters. Um, so they have the Volkanovski fight saying that it is going to go the distance, and that's interesting. So it looks like they only have the main card with the distance odds. So it looks like I'm gonna probably attack the Kutalaba guy. This is light heavyweight. These guys are maulers. I really like Kutalaba here. They had a funny weigh-in situation. Where like the dude put out his hand to shake his hand to shake Kutalaba's hand. He just stared at him and yelled and like made the dude like jump with like make him shake and shit. So yeah, this card doesn't look very good, guys. I don't want to just keep spewing here, but odds. Yeah, so I like Derek Brunson as well. A lot of people are gonna be on Daniel Kelly. He's made a lot of people money. Um, so take that how you want. He's the underdog. Brunson's minus 270 favorite. And you got to get exposure to the main event. Someone's gonna get knocked the fuck out. Um, Plus money just to finish 2 rounds. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, someone's gonna get knocked the fuck out. Will the fight go to the distance? Plus 400, it goes to the distance. I think earlier it was actually, yeah, no, it actually got higher because no was at minus 675 earlier today. Now it's at minus 750. Some more money's even come on that. So, you got to get exposure to the main event. Good news is neither of them are super expensive. They're both right there in the same price because their odds are getting right there the same. I will be on Derek Lewis personally, and I think the majority of people are. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but Mark Hunt is fighting in his home state. But as everyone knows, he's in the middle of a lawsuit with the UFC. doesn't seem too motivated. Doesn't if you watch the UFC like videos on the YouTube channel, he doesn't really seem to care that much. So I will not be um using Mark Hunt. But anyway, guys, that's what I do. So I'm gonna cut it off now. You guys take care. I'm trying to find comments. I might have X'd them out, but anyway, anyone in the live chat, I think I might have X'd out the comments. Y'all stay good. Get that money in golf. Get that money in UFC, and I hope to see everyone on the leaderboard. And y'all take it easy this weekend and join the sweatshop. If you're in the sweatshop watching this video, hit me up in the sweatshop in the Facebook VIP, and we will chop it up some more. Thank you guys, and take care.